In this video I'll teach you some useful phrasal verbs with on and in. On in phrasal verbs sometimes has a clear link with the basic physical meaning of on. For example, never buy shoes without trying them on. It means putting on a piece of clothing to see whether it fits and whether you like it. Now listen to this conversation.
Do you think Dan's really feeling better, or is he just putting on a brave face?
No. I think he's fine now. I don't think his cheerfulness is put on.
I've got something weighing on my mind at the moment. Could you give me some advice?
No problem. Tell me all about it and I'll do what I can.
Let's check the phrasal verbs that were used in this conversation. Listen and repeat after me. Put on. Put on. Pretending to have a particular feeling or behave in a way that is not real or natural for someone. Weigh on. Weigh on. It means worrying or upsetting. On is also used with verbs where there is an idea of dependence. For example, you can always rely on Max. It means be confident that someone will help you. In these three verbs, upon may be used instead of on. Upon sounds slightly more formal. On in phrasal verbs also often contains an idea of further. For example, just because you've failed one driving test, you mustn't stop having lessons. You must keep on trying. It means continue to do something. When you've finished with the magazine, just pass it on to someone else. It means give it to someone else. At the end of this video, we'll practice some exercises and quizzes. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like. Here are some of the many phrasal verbs that use in. In each case, there is a link with the basic physical meaning of in. Listen to these examples. Please call in and see us when you are next in town. It means visit a place or person for a short time, usually when going somewhere else. This skirt is too big for me now. I'll have to take it in. It means make a piece of clothing narrower. Rub the cream in gently with the tips of your fingers. It means put a substance on the surface of something and rub it so that it goes into the surface. Make sure you leave the office by 6:30 p.m. or you'll be locked in. It means prevent someone from leaving a room or building by locking the doors. It is so annoying when people push in at the bus stop. It means rudely join a line of people who are waiting by going in front of some of the people who are already there. Be patient with Evie, it'll take a long time for the terrible news to sink in. It means start to be believed, used about something unpleasant or surprising, which usually has implications. Rewrite the underlined parts of these sentences using phrasal verbs. 1. I read the gardening article you gave me and then gave it to a friend who's also interested in plants. I read the gardening article you gave me and then passed it on to a friend who's also interested in plants. 2. Do you think she's really angry? Or do you think she's just pretending? Do you think she's really angry? Or do you think she's just putting it on? 3. He looks very pale and tired. Something is clearly worrying him. He looks very pale and tired. Something is clearly weighing on him. Or something is clearly weighing on his mind. 4. It's a lovely jacket. See if it fits you and how it looks on you. It's a lovely jacket. Try it on. 5. I'm not going to stop working until I've finished this report. I'm going to keep on working until I've finished this report. 6. You can be sure that William will be there when you need him. You can rely on William. Listen to these remarks by different people and then read the statements if the statement is true. Tick it. If the statement is false, explain why it is false.
Oscar doesn't seem to be answering his phone. I'll tell him the news when I see him tomorrow.
It's false. Because keep on means to continue to do something. And Anwar has decided to tell Oscar the news tomorrow.
I've always been able to ask my parents to help me when I have had financial problems.
It's false. Because count on means rely on. And Edward has been able to rely on his parents' support.
I've got some mosquito bites. Have you got any cream that'll stop them itching?
Richard wants to rub in some cream.
My new skirt was far too loose. So I reduced the waistband by 3 centimeters.
It's false. Because take in means to reduce the width of a piece of clothing. And Anna's skirt was too loose.
I've got a lot of problems which are worrying me at the moment.
Charlotte has a number of things weighing on her mind.
I was working late and didn't realize it was 8 p.m. The main door out of the office had been closed for the night and I had no key.
Claire got locked in. Correct the mistakes in these sentences. There is one mistake in each sentence. 1. Hey. That man just pushed on. That taxi should have been ours. Hey. That man just pushed in. That taxi should have been ours. 2. Heidi's bad news has been weighing my mind on all day. Heidi's bad news has been weighing on my mind all day. 3. I need time for to sink in the news. I need time for the news to sink in. 4. I couldn't leave the room because someone had locked me out. I couldn't leave the room because someone had locked me in. 5. Phrasal verbs may seem hard, but you must keep in trying. Phrasal verbs may seem hard, but you must keep on trying. 6. You'll never guess who called at the office in today. You'll never guess who called in at the office today. In the next video, I'll teach you some phrasal verbs with down and over. Don't forget to subscribe.